I went to the doctor today to ask about my wrist injury, and it is a cyst. It's a ganglion cyst. I have to wear a brace on my wrist for like the next month at night because she didn't want to like do anything too extreme yet because it's kind of small. So she's hoping the brace alone at night will help it to just like go away on its own. So that's pretty positive. I did tell the doctor that I was a knitter and I like to knit a lot and I thought it was from knitting, and she didn't say anything about having to stop knitting. She did sign me up for a physical therapy class for some wrist and arm exercises, but I get to keep knitting. I just have to wear a brace when I go to sleep. You want to see my brace? I actually haven't fully tried it on yet. Let's see. It's kind of extreme. It's got all these like Velcro straps. I'm not going to tighten it yet, but it's pretty like, sorry, my camera, it's not focusing. It's pretty extreme brace. It's, I definitely can't bend my wrist in this. Maybe I'll try to knit with it on just to see, because I would like this to heal as fast as possible, and I have no problem like wearing it more if that would help. But she did want me to only wear it a little bit so I can like continue to use my wrist and not have a weak wrist. I think for Vlogmas, I'm just gonna post a video every couple days. That'll be my goal. And the lighting may be like this most days because it's winter and I have to go to work every day. So I'll probably be filming a lot before and after work during the week. I'm just gonna have kind of a cozy night in tonight. I am still working on the same project, and my light is dying. Like, that's why it keeps getting darker and darker. Oh my god. Still working on the same projects. I'm working on the hat right now and also the striped sweater. I'm still working on my puzzle, which I'll show, and I'm gonna have some dinner right now and charge my light since it's not doing anything to help me right now.
Pennywise the dancing clown. Now, due to the woods behind Dick, I do wonder if he's entered the Forbidden Forest, or what's left of it. In episode 3, the carnival was out in the field, but it appears
my light is charged and I took a shower. I'm trying to decide what I should eat for dessert right now. I have two options. I have a chocolate orange from Trader Joe's. I normally prefer the Terry's chocolate orange, which I often find at like World Market, but I saw this the other day and I really wanted one, so I'm gonna try it maybe tonight. I also have something even more exciting. I have a Tony's Chocolonely advent calendar. And I don't think anyone opened the first yet. Kind of tempted to just have one of these because they're really small and it would be fun to open it. And then I'll just let my boyfriend open the next day because I did say that I bought this for him. I got a tiny milk chocolate. I love the Tony's milk chocolate. There are actually a couple flavors of Tony's that I don't love, so my boyfriend will eat those, but milk chocolate is an easy one for me. I'm gonna knit a little bit and then I'm gonna go to bed, and I might just continue this vlog in the morning. If you are a cat owner and have any advice on litter box training, our new kitten is having trouble with the litter box, and I think it's because Lars, my older cat, will like intimidate him out of the box like it's his territory, which then causes him to go and like go to the bathroom outside of the box, which is not helpful for me. So if you have any advice, we do have 2 litter boxes, but now they're both using the new litter box that I got for the kitten. Let me know if you have any advice on that. Over the past 2 days, I've mostly been knitting on my Oslo hat this week, and I did a lot of knitting today. I knit for like an hour during a meeting, and then I knit on the bus, which was also like an hour. I'm almost to the point in the pattern where I can do the next step. I have to measure this. I think I have a couple more inches. This hat takes so long because you actually knit a lot in this hat. Like, just to make a tiny beanie, you knit like, I don't know, 15 inches. Look at the baby. He keeps trying to steal my yarn balls. So I showed in the video the other day the like ball of green yarn that I was working with, and I did run out this afternoon on the bus. So I found this project that I started a while ago, which has some of that same green yarn in it. So I'm going to start by unraveling this to use the yarn for my Oslo hat before I unravel my little bonnet, because I do like that little bonnet, but I think I'm probably going to need the yarn from it, considering this is going to use a lot of yarn. I have more work to do this evening, so I'm going to unravel this, keep knitting this. I really am hoping that I can get to the next step in the pattern tonight. I want to say that's my goal, but I also am okay with not making that goal tonight. I think I'll definitely make it by tomorrow. I've also made a lot of progress on my striped sweater sleeve, that is. Oh, this kitten really wants to play with my projects. So I've got about this much sleeve, and I'm knitting this in stripes, as you can see, and I was attempting to do jogless stripes, but they're kind of like, they don't really work when you're only doing 2 rows of color and then changing the color. At least like the technique that I've been doing, where you kind of pick up the previous color at the beginning of the round, and then when you get to that, oh my gosh, he's like stealing all my projects. I'm doing the jogless technique where at the end, oh my gosh, he's like playing with all my projects. You're not being a very supportive kitten. Let me try to tell you this before I get attacked again. So I'm doing the jogless stripes where when you get to the end of the round, oh my gosh, he is so annoying. You take the color from the previous row, you pick it up and put it on the needle, and then you knit it together with your new color to make the jogless stripes. But since it's only 2 rows, and when you do that technique, you end up with a long stitch. Can you see my long stitches? You end up with a long stitch, which basically is the width of one of my stripes. So I don't really have jogs in my stripes, but I have these long stitches at the beginning of each round. So it's almost making like a seam look, which is fine. I kind of like this better than having the jog in all the stripes. I haven't measured this in a while either. I'm gonna do it to 15 inches. I think I'm almost at least 10 inches. From the last time I measured, I was like 10 inches. So once I get to 15 inches, I'll try it on and see what I'm feeling. I really wish I could put the buttons on it now and really try it on, but I want to wait until after I block it to put the buttons on. I'm finally home before the sun went down. Forgive me for the previous clips. I didn't think they were such bad quality while I was recording them. I'll definitely use my bigger light next time and hopefully it won't look so bad. So sorry about that. It's Friday. I would have posted my second Vlogmas video earlier, but like yesterday on Thursday, I gathered up all the footage from the week and I only had like 15 minutes. So I thought I would try to make it a little bit longer, but I really just knit like on the bus, after work, during work sometimes, like if I have a meeting that's just listening. But usually I only knit like a couple hours every week. I did make a lot of progress on my Oslo hat. So I had said in my previous clip that I wasn't sure if I was going to join the brim that evening, and I ended up doing it because although I didn't have the length that they recommend in the pattern, it was looking quite long. I think it was like, I don't know, 7 inches or so, and the size that I'm doing is the largest, so they wanted you to keep going even further, but I ended up stopping. So this is where the join is here. So this is the brim that I got. It's doubled. I folded it up and joined it. Yeah, and now I did the next step, which is where you get these reverse rows here. And now I'm just working the main portion of the hat, and then I'll be on my way to finishing. There is a cat under the table attacking me. I think that's going to be a regular thing. That just seems to be his form of play. He is literally just like attacking the lower portion of my jacket under the table. He also keeps trying to steal this ball. And like, come on, of all the balls, this is an expensive silk mohair. Like, really, you have to pick this one that you seem to really, really like? I am actually having a lot of fun knitting the Oslo hat. Sometimes projects like this don't sound fun to me, like tiny needles, just knitting stockinette forever. But I think like the color combination is making it more fun, and the fact that I am knitting it fairly quickly and like Christmas is coming, so I just feel like I have a good momentum with this and I'm pretty into it right now. I also love that it fits in like all my bags. So it is a really great project for commuter life. I worked on my striped sweater a little bit this week. I haven't measured the sleeve. I didn't really get very much done after my last check-in on that. Some other things that I have going on this weekend. This weekend is the East Bay Print sale in Berkeley, California. So I'll be going to that tomorrow, probably. I also want to get my cat his shots, and there's a clinic that does it for free this weekend, so I'll be doing that. I'm also hoping that they can tell me how old he is, because we were told he was 12 weeks, and that was like 2 weeks ago, so maybe he's 14 weeks, but we have to get him neutered, and he has to be at least 4 months, I believe. So I'm hoping I can just be like, hey, how old do you think my cat is? And the person doing the shots will be like, ooh, and know exactly how old he is, right? Like medical professionals can probably tell. I tried looking online and like, I don't know. There was a chart and like he seems like he's not a total baby. He has these funny legs. I guess they're called swimmer's legs, where they kind of like splay out sometimes, and they're not as extreme as like the pictures that came up when I googled it, but he definitely like doesn't use them the same way as our other cat. Like he isn't doing like big jumps, and when he runs, it's kind of like he's slipping a little, like he doesn't have great traction, and like you can visibly see that his like leg rear area is not as big, I guess, as the rest of his body. Like he's kind of top heavy right now, and I think it's because he's overcompensating with his arms because his legs aren't super strong. To get up on the couch, he'll like grab the arm of the couch and like hoist himself up. So he's getting very strong arms, but he's just got the little legs. He's so cute. He's a little wobbly because of the legs too. Like sometimes, like not all the time, I don't think it's a neurological issue, but once in a while he'll kind of like get ahead of himself and his backside will wobble a little bit. Other things that I want to do this weekend, so I'm trying to like have at least one day to do crafts this weekend, but with the holidays, there's a lot going on. Decorating, tree lightings, social things. One thing I really want to do that I thought of doing, I think 2 years ago now, but I just haven't done it. I really, really want to do it this year. We're gonna get a Christmas tree at some point, and I have a bunch of random ornaments, but I don't have a tree topper, like an angel or a star or like, you know, a special thing to put on the top of the tree. And I would love to make an ornament. I must have seen this somewhere, like a special ornament that looked like a cat that someone put on the top of the tree. And I love that, especially if it looked like one of my cats. I think I'll make it look like Lars, my tabby cat, because he's my first child and I feel like he needs a little extra love this holiday season since we are giving a lot of attention to the other cat. Am I overthinking this? He probably doesn't care at all. I have a bag of like wood pulp or something. It's a paper mache. It's like a bag of fibrous material. I don't even know what it is. I'll show it to you when I get it out. But it was going to be thrown away and it's for paper mache. And so my boyfriend just brought it over here for me. And I've never used a material like that for paper mache. I've only done it like flour and water and newspaper strips. So I'm gonna try to use that. I might also use the classic newspaper strips method. Basically, I want to make like cute little paper mache cats to put on the tree. Can you hear those crazy noises? It's the cats playing and biting each other. So I saw this picture on Pinterest where someone was making something, I think out of paper mache. They started by making a shape with wire and I think that like a toilet paper roll, and then they would like sculpt on top of it. So I want to do something like that where I start with a base, I like build it up with paper and tape or whatever, and then I do paper mache over it. And I want to make them look like my cats, and I kind of want to do angel wings or, you know, something cute. And I probably won't make them like purely ornaments. Maybe I'll make them like little objects that I can take off the tree and use again later. That is one thing I want to do this weekend. I also have a flatbed knitting machine now that one of my friends lent me, and I haven't tried it yet, and I really want to learn how to use it. So maybe I'll do that this Vlogmas too. It's the end of the week. As I said, I'm gonna go to a hardcore show tonight and eat pizza and knit, and that's it. I hope you're having a wonderful first week of December, and please forgive me for my weird Vlogmas style that is not very Vlogmas, but at least I'm posting, right? I will see you in the next couple days. Bye!